strong rituals. I wouldn't agree to just the hypnosis and meditate. I mean, those are nice helpers, and success leaves clues. A lot of successful people do those things, but I wouldn't say they have strong rituals. Yes, definitely. They all have strong rituals.
Rich is a good question.
Yep. Sifu, thanks for sharing these powerful insights. Do you purposely try to interact with a few audience members before the talk to gauge temperature and build rapport with a few of the audience members?
Yes. So 2 things. I highly recommend that before you go up on stage, that you actually interact and establish some kind of rapport, especially if it's a small audience. That if you have 10, 20, 50, 100 people, yeah, hey, my name is Dan. I'll be presenting. I'll be the keynote speaker for today.
Oh, really?
What's your name?
Oh, Desmond.
Oh, yeah. What brought you here?
I was curious to find out and learn more about public speaking. And I heard that, there's going to be several good speakers. You're one of them.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, in my speech, I'm going to cover point A, B, C, and D.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I look forward to hearing it. Yeah. Okay, good luck up there. Yeah.
Appreciate it. Boom. So you can connect. So now the audience, they feel a little bit warmer versus who is this person, right? So Sifu used to do that. Now I can do it. Not that I don't want, I can do it. Because when I do it, there will be no speech.
Yes.
Right. Now it's actually
you get mobbed.
I get mobbed, and then I want to be polite. You take photos. Before you know it, that whole thing turns into like 3-hour thing. Yeah. So I naturally, because the brand name, I actually have to hide from people. Like I had to go use the back door.
The green room.
The green room, I have to do it because before I go on stage, I don't want to create a scene for people.
Sifu actually get me to go out in the room, talk to people, come back and report to him about what's the temperature of the room.
So if you could do it, 100% absolutely do it. It just now get to the point, I actually can't do it, right?
Everyone wants a piece of Sifu. Okay, daily routines and prepare daily for the speech. This is helpful. Kanji, it'll get even more. Find out. Sifu will explain about how much he prepares over preparation.
Yeah, so definitely. So do that. So how do you do it? The answer is simple. They use what I call power moves. Say it with me. What is it? Power moves. Power moves, right? They leverage the power moves to get them into peak state, and then they use that to perform the best. So you look at Tiger Woods sometimes, after he hits the ball, it's like, yes, right? Yes. That's a power move right there, right? And everyone has different power moves, right? I remember one of my speaker friends who's a professional speaker. He calls it the hawk. The hawk move.
The hawk.
Okay. The hawk.
Oh, the Hulk.
The hawk. Sorry, the hawk.
Yes.
So he would, before he go on stage, he would do like,
yeah.
And he would imagine himself like turning green, being bigger. That might work. You've seen maybe Tony Robbins. Tony Robbins, right? So if you've seen his documentary, you will see Tony does a few things. First, he would jump on a trampoline.
That's right.
You can see he gets his blood flowing. He would jump. You can see him backstage. Right? He would do this, and he would do this. He would do this, right? That's his power move, right? And then he would do a turn, and then he would go on stage.
That's right.
That's when he switch, kind of make that stage change. Whatever works for you, but you got to have something. And it needs to be something very unique that when you do it, it becomes kind of another switch. That power move, before you go on stage, maybe you're like your energy. Remember, keep this in mind. When you're speaking, energy is very, very critical. Not just what you say. You need to learn how to manage the energy of the audience. So what it means is this. If you are a 5 or 6 in terms of energy, your audience will be 3 or 4. If a 10, they'll probably be a 5 or 6.
Wow.
So you look at Tony, it's out of the ballpark.
Right.
He's like an energized bunny. 20, audience is 10.
Got it.
So you need it. Now, it doesn't mean you have, Tony has got his own style, right? It's phenomenal, he's got his own style, but you need to have definitely more energy. So if you're presenting, I'm just going to tone down my energy by 50%. So if I'm going to teach you to speak, I'm going to spend 2 hours talking at this pace. It's kind of like energy like this, and it's okay. But you'll probably fall asleep, especially for those who are tuning in from a different time zone. And now it's late at night. Yes.
Sleepy, LOL, Z's, night.
That's like a 2 or 3. So I need to up my energy, right? So that you stay awake, so you're paying attention. So you do the power move. So tell me, what could be your power move? What could be your power move?
Makes sense. Okay.
Give me something. Chain punching, yeah.
Chain punch.
That's cool. That's fine.
Hard smack.
Smack, yeah. Like could be that. Like could be like
shout.
Like
Super Saiyan power.
Right? Yeah.
Sifu, do you have a Super Saiyan power?
Yeah. Sign power. Yeah.
Scream, I deserve this. Slap yourself.
Yeah.
Wall flip.
Wall flip. Just don't hurt yourself before you go on stage. Wouldn't be good. You break the neck before you go up on stage.
Make a tight fist and slam my chest. Okay.
Yeah, superhero pose. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, you want to do a superhero pose and like that, right? That's okay.
Sifu, can you speak a bit about something that I've also seen with other speakers? You've seen me do this as well. Part of my power move is not also power. There's a pearl side of me, and that's the intention move. So
yeah, I would go into that. I'll go into that. So you have a whole, I'm just talking about before you go on stage.
Yes.
Before you step foot on the stage.
Yes.
Now, just before the power move, you might have other rituals, which I'm going to talk about. Right? You might have other things that you do.
Got the music.
I've got the music, a certain piece of music I listen to.
Yep. Sifu will tell us not to have anyone disturb him, so I prepare the green room. He has certain drinks.
My thing, right?
Nobody talks to him during that time.
There's certain piece of music I listen to, right? There's certain power moves that I do, right? And I always also do a visualization exercise.
Yes.
So you would see, usually I do attitude, gratitude. So my routine is this. Attitude, gratitude. So when I do the attitude, gratitude, so if I just kind of walk you through it, I actually close my eyes. I'm listening to my own audio with the music, attitude, gratitude, which I listen to as well, right? Then I would do something like this. And I want to stand tall. So I want to open myself up because I find that I'm going to open up myself to the audience, right? So I don't want to be like close like that. So I'm listening to attitude, gratitude. There's like 12, 15 minutes. I'm doing this usually like that. Relax. And what I do is I would picture, this is a little spiritual, but actually I found this works for me and you can try that on. I would imagine like a white light beaming from the universe to here. And then from here, I would visualize, let's say I would have saw the room ahead of the time. And this light gets it's like me getting brighter and brighter. It's like a super bright light bulb, and I visualize it, and it brightens the entire room. It brightens the entire room while I'm listening to my attitude, gratitude. Okay, and I would do that. And what I notice when I do that, my energy shift. My focus is no longer on myself; it's on the audience. Because sometimes when you're speaking, when you're teaching, things come to you. Things come to me all the time that it's as if it's not my script, it's not my what I was planning to say, just thoughts just come to me. So I want to be able to be open, be able to kind of download the wisdom from here, brightens the room, share with the audience and give everything I've got. And you can see just a few minutes of that, you can see my eyes change. You can see, right? It changes. It gives you more clarity. Then from there, I listen to my piece of music, right? My piece of music, I'm walking around. I'm like, sometimes I jump, I would move, right? Deep breath, right? And then from there, put down the piece of music. I do my power move, right? And boom, and then I go on stage. So every single time over the years, I've conditioned myself to do this, right? So there are days when I feel like, I don't feel I'm on. I do that. Listen to music. I do my power move, and boom, guess what? I am fucking on. Every single time. So that's my routine.
Catherine, I think, wrote a question here, but I think it goes back to the same thing. So what if there are days when you are not in the best mood, like you were super stressed before a speech presentation?
Yep.
Does this help?
That's exactly what that's exactly what I do. Because I want to take that out of the equation. That you're going to perform 100% no matter what. No matter what. Yeah.
Yeah, Stephen, all the best speakers I've experienced, even musicians, those that are the very best, they do this. They have a ritual in the green room that they do. And the best motivational speakers, they all have this. They set a good intention. They do these different things.
Yeah.
Sifu, how about also when my personal question, I've always watched you and Jenny travel. Like, you guys have an amazing relationship. There's a whole playlist on YouTube about your relationship. But there must have been times when you guys were driving the car or going to an event. Do you guys predetermine that? Like, hey, look, I'm speaking today. Let's not get into a fight. Let's not argue. Let's not do anything to upset that.
Because we don't argue that much.
Right.
So that rarely happens.
Right.
Most of the time, Jenny is just focusing on that I'm taking care of.
Got it.
That I have what I need. Like I have the water, I have the stuff.
She's coordinating with me.
She's coordinating with the team. Or even over the years back then, when just Jenny and me, same thing. So Jenny would just always been very, very awesome, just helping me out.
So if you have a spouse or partner that's not supportive, don't involve them in the process. Like, if you do, then it's good, right? It's you're lucky with it.
Yeah, you can Patrick. You can definitely warm up your voice.
Yeah, how do you do that?
So still recovering from my little cough, but you can warm up your voice by actually speaking.
Yes.
And you can do some vocal thing where you can like like you can do like a lot of vocal different things. You can do that, right? But for most people, don't make it too complicated. Drink. Oh, by the way, you want to drink lots of water 2 hours, 3 hours before to hydrate your vocal cord.
Yes.
When you are speaking, when you're drinking, it actually doesn't help. What helps is the 2-3 hours before.
Got it.
You know, drink lots of water, hydrate yourself, go to the washroom before you go on stage. But that's how you hydrate your vocal cord. That I actually I learned it from a vocal coach.
I learned a really weird one.
Don't drink cold water. Yes, don't drink cold water because you want to warm up your vocal cord.
What about the thing where, you know, I heard I've seen it in green rooms, the Lay's potato chips.
Oh yeah.
Apparently the oils from that help, you know.
Yeah. Some people like they would do that. Some people they olive oil.
Olive oil, right?
Olive oil. Yeah. Everybody's got different things, right? I don't. It doesn't work for me myself, but I know it works very well for some people.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. So what if it's an impromptu speech? I saw this earlier on. How do you condition yourself if it's happened to me several times?
If it's an impromptu speech that maybe you're at a wedding, you're at something that you have to, or your friend kind of put you on spot and you have to do something quickly, you don't have time to do the ritual and all of that. Just make a mental switch.
Focus on the audience.
Just focus and boom. Hey, it's a wedding. It's my brother-in-law, right? I'm focused not on me, not how cool I look. I want to make people laugh. Boom. And just focus on other people, and you again make that switch. Good. Okay. Public speaking secret number 4. You want to get clear about the outcome. Say with me. Get clear about the outcome. I am shocked how many times I see speakers, they go on stage without a clear purpose. I don't know why they're there, and I'm not even sure they know why they're there. That what's the outcome that you want? Why are you taking up the time? Because as a speaker, you have to think about this. You don't want to waste people's time.
No.
I don't want to waste people's time. You don't want to waste people's time. So when you have 100 people in the audience, that's 100 people's time. So it's not just you're speaking for 1 minute. It's just say speaking of 1 minute, 100 people, that's 100 minutes of people's life. So then you wouldn't half-ass it. That's the way I see it, right? You take responsibility and say you want to be good. So what's the outcome that you want to create? So are you there to sell? If you're there to actually get a sale to close some kind of deal, are you there to sell? Or don't lose sight of that. You're not there to get applause. You're not there to show the world how smart you are. You're there to get a sale, to get a contract, to get an agreement, right? Then you sell. Are you there to entertain? If you're there to entertain, then just entertain. Have a good time. Make sure that people have a good time. You have a good time, right? Are you there to inform? Maybe it's in a corporate setting that to inform, you want to inform your prospect or your client about certain thing or certain issue or a trend that's coming up. By the end of the presentation, do they understand what that thing is and what do they need to do, right? Or there's some kind of steps they need to take. So are you there to inform? Or are you there to motivate and inspire? Meaning that how do you want them to feel after your presentation? Do they feel inspired and can't wait to take action? Kind of like Tony Robbins? Or do they feel, well, kind of saying that, yeah, it's cool, it's a interesting story, but that doesn't do anything for me, right? So what is the outcome that you want? What is the outcome that you want? Again, goes back to focusing on others. Focusing on the others. Does this make sense? Get clear about your outcome.
Yes.
And also means, another way you look at it is, in order to get clear about your outcome, doing your homework ahead of time, who are you speaking to? Do you know who you're speaking to? Who is in the audience? Are you speaking to a group of entrepreneurs? Are you speaking to a group of just friends, right? Are you speaking to a group of kids? You need to know, like, who is your audience? And again, what's the outcome that you want to create? Very, very critical. Sometimes, like, I see speakers where, I've seen this before, this is like the worst. Let's say there are a number of speakers. The first speaker present, he told some kind of jokes. Second speaker came up,
Told the same joke?
same joke.
Oh man, that is so bad.
That is the worst. And then the second speaker wonder, how come nobody laughed? It usually works, but how come nobody laughed? Because of that. Now, if you're smart, you should be kind of paying attention to the first speaker, just whoever's speaking before you, what is going on. Then you know, like, okay, maybe then you can still change and not use that joke and use something else, right?